Welcome back, fifth graders, to Math with Miss Flora. Today we're going to talk about metric conversion. I know you're probably kind of tired of seeing me in the same outfit, but I'm just knocking out the videos today. So metric conversion, we actually use a conversion chart so that you can kind of learn the prefixes for the metric measurements that you're going to be using even like later in your schooling. So each of these letters stands for a prefix of a type of metric measurement. So we have kilo, hecto, deca, skip this for now, deci, centi, and milli. And so prefix, goes in front of the word. And so these prefixes would all go in front of these units that we use, which is meter, liter, and gram. So length, liquid measurement, and then mass. So all of these, we're going to kind of learn how they work. The chart goes from biggest to smallest, and so you'll be able to use this chart all the way through to convert from one unit to another pretty quickly. So the way it works is if I take whatever measurement I have, so in this case I have centimeters, and it won't always be in this order. Sometimes the numbers will be on the other side, but always start with whatever number you actually have. And so I have centimeters. So I'm going to underline centi, which is my prefix, and I'm converting to millimeters. And so milli is this M on the back. So if I'm going from centi to milli, I'm going in this direction, and I'm going one place. And so the metric conversion chart tells us in which direction we need to move the decimal and how many places we need to move it. So we're starting with this one though, and you should notice, hey, there's no decimal. So that means I need to give it one. So I'm going to rewrite it, and what we know about decimals is if we put it at the end like a period, it doesn't change the value, it just changes the way it looks. And so that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to give it a decimal at the end, and then I need to move that decimal one place to the right. So I'm hopping under empty space, and I'm going to fill in zeros, and my decimal would be at the back. So what we also know about the rules of decimals is that when we end with a decimal and there's nothing else behind it, we can just drop it off. So my actual answer is 90. So I move my decimal one place to the right, because that's what my chart told me to do. Now, this one does have a decimal, so that makes our life a little bit easier. And we have the number for kilo. So I'm starting with kilo, and notice I rewrite my chart every time. It just makes it super easy. So I'm starting with kilo, and I'm going to centi. So centi is way down here. So I'm going to the right again, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops to the right. So I forgot to put it up here. 5 hops to the right. So I'm going to start where my decimal already is, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to end there and fill in my spaces. So now I have, remember this is where I started, 68,000. 68, so 68 hundredths of a kilogram equals 68,000. Oh, sorry, my bad. It's actually centigram. You may not use that one, but it's good to know that it exists. Kilogram to centigram. We can't go from kilogram to centimeters because that's a whole different thing that we cannot do. All right, last one. So we're going from 6 grams to milligrams. Now notice this time I only have one letter in my measurement instead of 2. So that means I'm working here. Whenever I only have one letter, that means there's no prefix in front. It's just my base unit. So I'm starting at grams, which is in unit. And I'm going to milligrams, which is back here. So that means I'm going to the right again. I'm going to do one more to show you it going the other way because I just messed them up. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going 3 to the right. My number does not have a decimal, so I give it 1 at the back. And then I move my decimal 3 places to the right. Fill in spaces with zeros. I have 6,000. So 6 grams equals 6,000 milligrams. So let's do one more so you can see it going the other way. So write my chart, D-U-D-C-M. And so let's make it backwards too. Let's do 847 millimeters equals how many meters? And so this M is a tricky one that'll get you sometimes because it's an M, so you think it's the M, but it's only one letter. So if it's only one letter, that means it has to be in unit. but I don't have this. I have this one. So I'm starting with milli, and I'm going 2 units. So I'm going to the left this time. And so 847 is my number. It doesn't have a decimal, so I still give it 1 at the back. And now I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3 places to the left this time. So 1, 2, 3 places to the left. So now it's like this. And I just put my 0 in front. So 847 millimeters equals 847 thousandths of a meter. So that's pretty much it. This one takes a little bit of practice to remember what the pieces are, how the chart works, which one's the biggest end and smallest, what we're converting to and from. But once you practice a little bit, you'll get the hang of it. See you next time.